What is projectile? We're going to discuss about projectile today. What is projectile? I'm not going for technical definitions and all these details. No. So what is simply that if you throw a body, okay, and it is freely allowed to move under the action of gravity only, air resistance will ignore. That is projectile. So this is a horizontal ground. What I'm doing is that I'm going to project a body with some angle, right? Velocity is u and angle is theta. Now the velocity won't remain same, it keep on changing. How to deal with it? So we do it in a very simple way. Concentrate here. The body will move in a parabolic path. Definitely it is in 2 dimensions, sorry. Okay. Definitely it is in what? 2 dimensions. No doubt about it. So now how to deal with it? We deal projectile in this way. Understand this one. When a body is moving in 2D, 2 dimension, we will take it as combination of 2 one-dimensional motion. Okay. So like what we do is that we take x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So do we need to take x and y like this? Can't we take like this? In reality, physics will not restrict you at all. You can take any axis. But this is a very famous and general axis. The reason is also there. Why? I'll explain. Once you got this axis, you resolve the vector into horizontal u cos theta and vertical u sin theta. That means instead of having one vector, we have 2 vectors, horizontal, vertical. Sir, why we need to take horizontal, vertical? I told you an advantage is there because G is vertically downwards. Okay. Now, there is a statement, mutually perpendicular components are independent of each other. By using the statement, what we can do is that I can completely write x-axis and y-axis. I can separate them completely. And I can treat them completely independent of each other. Except one thing, try to understand. You may have a x velocity, y velocity, x displacement, y displacement. But you don't have x time and y time. Time will be same both. So what is the statement is that any projectile problem can be solved by this logic. Okay. That is, take the projectile, take the velocity, resolve into mutually perpendicular components, horizontal, vertical. Okay. And take them as completely independent of each other. And the key link between them is either time or angle. Okay. So both I'll explain in detail one after other, but let us continue with it. That is, what is x-axis? Tell me ux, initial velocity along x-axis is what? Tell me u cos theta. And what about acceleration along x-axis? 0. That's the advantage of taking x and y, horizontal, vertical, because if you take any other axis, right, y-axis and x-axis like this, let us assume you took it in that way. Now G has to be resolved. Okay, G has to be resolved, and the resolved G will have some velocity, some acceleration along x-axis, some along y-axis. So why, it's not like you can't solve by using acceleration, but when acceleration is 0, very, very easy. Right? When acceleration is 0, it's very simple. Velocity is equal to displacement by time formula, and velocity will not change its magnitude. Easiest I can say. Clear? So there is no acceleration, easy. Now what about y-axis? Uy is equal to u sin theta and ay is equal to minus g. I'm using symbols. Numbers are there, I'll use numbers. And then examiner will give a situation, right? He'll say like, after time t seconds, something. And he'll ask something. T is equal to 4 seconds, calculate displacement. That's what the question may be. So two parts are there with us, and the remaining 2, one he has to give, one we have to find. That's it. And what is the key point you need to understand is that, just a minute, time t. Time is same in both. And the displacement along y-axis, sy, or some students will take y itself. No problem, you can take. Yes, x also you can take. Sx is equal to ux into t. Velocity into time, that's it simply. Sy, if you want ut plus half at square, all this data you have to use. That's it. That's the first part you need to understand. Of course, some standard derivations are there. I need to do it. But for me, I personally feel that the standard derivations like, maximum height, time of ascent, time of descent, range, like there's some standard stuff is there. We will do it. We'll do it. But even if I do derivation, you don't need to remember the derivation. Final answer is ultimate, right? And you should know how to use it. I send the worksheet to you. Okay. Those who joined late, please send a message to me. I'll send the worksheet once again to you in Zoom chat. You do it, clear. You keep solving it. You have a lot of questions at the end. Also, tough questions are there. Sir, I did an entire project. I'm finding it very easy. Then graph questions are there. Pending work is always there. Okay. What I do right now is the standard derivations like maximum height, time of flight, and all these things. Okay. Right. So carry on.
So,
yeah.
So could you just explain again about the projectile, sir?
What do you want me to explain?
Sir, from the part like resolving the vectors, I don't understand from that.
No need. You will understand once I solve, because very simple. First of all, we resolve. Okay. After resolving, we don't care. We take these two are independent of each other. Sir, what is the meaning of independent? See, when I'm thinking about y-axis, I don't care about x-axis. When I think about x-axis, I don't care about y-axis. The key link between them is theta and time. Up to now, I haven't solved any question, so you may not be able to understand. Let me explain. Okay. So first and foremost thing is that let us calculate time of flight. Time of flight. Now, most of you already know that, but what is my statement is that let me do in a standard and proper way. Okay, standard and proper way, I'll do it. Sir, what is that standard and proper? I'll explain. That is, you may know this. If you don't find it interesting, you do something else, no problem. Symbol is capital T, time of flight. Okay. So how to deal with it? Now, whenever you have a problem there, you have to go to x-axis as well as y-axis, and which will give you solution is the key thing. Right. Now concentrate here. The projectile goes like this. When it hits the ground, the total time taken is time of flight, isn't it? So observe x displacement is there. What is the y displacement? See, it starts from here, it will reach here. This is the displacement. This is x displacement, this is y displacement, right? Good. If it reached here, this is a total displacement. This is x displacement, this is y displacement. When it reach here, this is x displacement. What is y displacement? That's a question. 0, isn't it? So you need to understand that once it completes its flight. So what we do is that we take entire this thing. Yeah. What I do is that I will write entire thing here, right? Good. Concentrate. Displacement along y-axis 0. Time. Yes. I want velocity. Velocity is there. And this equation is demanding displacement. That means if you give this displacement, if you give this value is already there, I'll get time. I'll give you time. That's what x-axis is. Sorry, boss, I don't have what? Displacement. I don't have it. I have only u. Okay, let us go to y-axis. Once you go to y-axis, displacement along y is 0. Good. And a is there, u is there, time is required. I think we can deal with it. Now what I use is s is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half a t. But anyway, the time that we are taking is what? Okay, let us write the formula first. This is the formula. Now let us substitute the given data. During time of flight, displacement along y-axis 0. uy is u sine theta into time t. That's what time of flight. Minus half g t square. Now if I take this one on this side, the entire equation will be half gt square is equal to u sine theta into t. T square gets cancelled, right? That implies what? Time of flight t is equal to 2u sine theta by g, right? You got the equation good. This is the equation of time of flight. What point you need to understand? You know very well that when a body is projected vertically upwards, when a body is projected vertically upwards like this, in this case, time of flight formula T is equal to 2u by g. If you know this, sir, u is completely vertical. Here, vertical is not u sine theta. So I replace u with what? Tell me u sine theta. Dharma bandla, you will get this. Or else, you remember this one. Now, if you take this condition and you want to apply this to here, now what is theta? The body is projected vertically. Theta is 90 degrees. So put sine theta is equal to sine 90 is 1. 2u by g, you will get this. So you can get anything, right? This is the first thing, time of flight. Right. Next thing is what? Tell me maximum height. Maximum height. Now let us go for maximum height. Yeah, I need this entire projectile diagram also. What to do? Anyway, we do one thing. We group it and we'll carry it until the complete derivation. That's the best option. Okay, right. 1 minute. Yeah, now we do the derivation here. So maximum height. Maximum height means it's obvious. It is y-axis only, right? It's only y-axis. H max is capital H I use. Okay. Capital H I use. So how to get this one? It's obvious, along y-axis we need to go. When we need to go along y-axis, no need to care about x-axis. So I simply discard this and we'll go for this. Okay, displacement along y-axis is maximum height. Wait, time is not given. No, time is not given. Only 3. 1, 2, and this is required. 3. Time question mark tappu. Time kudukla. Time is not given. And this is the thing you need to find. So we need one more. Observe carefully. At maximum height, it may have horizontal velocity. It will. Because u cos theta will not change. No? So horizontal velocity remains same. Vertical must be 0. Sir, what happens if vertical is there? It goes further up. When it goes further up, definitely that whatever position is that you're taking is not maximum height. So you need to understand Vy is equal to 0. That's a key statement. Now you can solve. Observe carefully. V S U A. So V square minus U square equal to AS. Vy square minus Uy square is equal to 2 into AY SY. This is the basic formula. That implies 0 minus U square sine square theta must be equal to 2 into minus G into SY is what? Tell me H. That implies H is equal to, see, minus, this minus gets cancelled. Okay. U square sine square theta by 2G. This is the formula. My recommendation, if you want, you take the screenshot. Don't derive it, don't copy it. Ultimately, you need to remember the formula. You have to mug it up, no option. So let us come back to this what? Vertical projection. When I project it vertically upwards, the maximum height formula H is equal to U square by 2G. That's the formula. Now, if you know this formula, you can get this one, because only vertical you need to take. Since you need to take only vertical, you don't need to put the value. You should not put the value of u. You should put what? Tell me. The vertical component of u, replace with u sine theta. It will be u square sine square theta. Oh, sir, I don't know this. No need. You can get this one from this. How? How? This will be there like this. Observe. If I want to take this projectile to vertically upward projection, very simple. Theta is equal to what? Tell me. 90 degrees. Sine 90 is 1. U square by 2. You will get the same thing. That's a link. And will it follow symmetry? Yes, it will follow symmetry. In terms of what? Tell me. Y-axis velocities. I think you know. X-axis will not have symmetry. It will maintain always constant velocity. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Right. Maximum height is there. Right now, I won't derive time of ascent and time of descent because it kills my time. So I'll simply write time of ascent is equal to u sine theta by g. You know very well. Time of descent is again u sine theta by g. Both are equal, and that must be equal to what? Time of flight. Sum must be equal to. That's okay, fine. Last one is range. That's a very important thing. And the projectile, yeah, range is one of the very important thing. So I'll go for range. Now, although you feel like a little bit confusing or disturbing, but range is the thing which will teach you how to deal with what? X and Y axis. Okay. Now concentrate. Up to now, we are using either X or Y. Of course, we haven't used X at all. Only we are using Y. Okay. Right. But if you look into range, we use both here. Right. What is range? We need horizontal, what? Tell me. Displacement. Wait. I need horizontal displacement. So I need Sx. If you want Sx, you should know Ux. Yeah, no problem. Ux is there. You should know time t. How do I get t? Tell me. That's a question. Time theory there. We don't know the time. So try to understand this. We already derived it. Time taken to reach here will be time of flight. Time taken to reach here will be time of flight. So time is capital T. So we derived capital T by using Y. Of course, right now I'm not going to derive once again. I'll use it here. So I'm using the data derived in Y-axis in X-axis. You should know. What is the key link between them? Time. That's the thing. So I'm using the time. Displacement along X-axis, that's nothing but range, is equal to Ux. Ux is U cos theta. And time, U 2U sin theta by G. So the range formula will be R is equal to 2U square sin theta cos theta by G. This is the one formula. This is the one formula. There is another formula also, right? 2 sin theta cos theta is 2 sin theta cos theta can be written as sin 2 theta. Can be written as sin 2 theta. Okay. So you can write like U square sin 2 theta by G. U square sin 2 theta by G. This is the formula. 2 sin theta cos theta can be written as U square sin 2 theta by G. Correct. So which one to remember? You can remember both. And I strongly recommend that not blindly remembering these two. If you can, you remember a little bit thing like X velocity, Y velocity. Check it. X velocity, Y velocity into 2 by G. That also you can take. X velocity, Y velocity. That's right. These three things you should know. Standard derivation. I told you already, those who know all these things, don't waste your time if you keep solving. Previous graph is also there. A lot of pending questions are there. You keep solving it. Don't waste your time. I strongly recommend use your time to the maximum utilization. Now, what we do is that I want to know how the path is. Path of a projectile. Path of a projectile. Of course, it's a parabola. What we do is the same standard stuff. We take duplicate, right? This one, and then yeah, this is the thing. Now I want to know how the path is. Of course, it's parabola, but we derive it, we prove it. So what we do is that Sx, what I'll do is for time being Sx as x I'll take. Displacement along x-axis, you can take it as x, okay? X is equal to u cos theta t. What about y? Y is equal to ut plus half, s is equal to ut plus half a t square. U sin theta t minus half g t square. What I did is that I took a direct step instead of writing in detail, displacement, all these things. So now what I'll do is that I'll take time and I'll substitute here. I'll get link between x and y. Once I know link between x and y, I got the equation that implies y is equal to u sin theta. What is t? T is equal to x by u cos theta minus half g x square by u square cos square theta. So that implies y is equal to, observe, u gets cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta, right? Tan theta x minus half g into x square by u square cos square theta. So if you observe this thing, you can understand y is equal to tan theta can be taken as a constant a, x. Student may say, no sir, tan theta is not constant, because observe, after some time, theta will change. No. Here theta is initial angle. I repeat, here theta is initial angle. Clear? Initially, if you project with 30 degrees, theta is 30 degrees here. Sir, after some time, no, that's not initial angle. Okay, that's the first part. So it remains constant. Minus half. Wait. What I can do is that, check this entire this part. It's a constant. Sir, u is changing. No. It's not u, it's velocity v. U is initial velocity. When you project a body with initial velocity 20 meters per second, assume, it may increase or decrease its velocity towards its motion. But initial velocity is always 20, whatever you projected, same thing. It won't change. So all these are constants, observe. So I can write that entire thing as b. Or minus also I'll take it in. Then I'll write like this. It's in the form of y is equal to ax plus bx square, right? Y is equal to ax plus bx square. This is a parabola. X square term konda, it is parabola. Okay. In reality, it is ax square plus bx nalla irukum, because ax square plus bx plus c we take. You take it like that, no problem. It's a parabola. Path of a projectile is parabola. And students, if you can mug up good, y is equal to tan theta x minus half g into x square by u square cos square theta. I mugged up, of course, sometimes I'll forget also. But if you can mug up good, it is. It's a path of projectile. It's a parabola. That's it.
Sir?
Yeah, 1 minute. After this, we have some standard stuff. Okay. What is the standard stuff is very simple, that, you take this formula, take it to the boundary. See, when we have maximum range, this entire value max means u should be more, g should be less. You can't change g because you're on earth. And u, yeah, fine. What best possible, you throw it, because assume it's a condition for javelin throw. Javelin throw, the person who's throwing will have some muscle power. He is doing his best. So what best he can do, he'll do it. But what angle he has to throw? So sin to theta is maximum. Sin to theta maximum means what? That's 1. Sin value maximum is 1 only, right? So sin 2 theta is equal to 1 means what? 2 theta is equal to 90 degrees. Theta is equal to 45. So you need to remember one more thing. At theta is equal to 45, you have maximum range. Okay. The people, those who are throwing javelin or shot put, anything like that, they practice this throwing at an angle of 45 degrees. Of course, air resistance is there, slightly more than 45. Ignore air resistance, it is 45. Okay. 45 will have maximum range. Can you understand this? Like that it will be. So standard stuff you need to memorize. What does that tell me? Time of flight and maximum height. Then range. Range has 2 formulas. You have to remember that. If you can remember path of a projectile is a parabola and the equation, that's great. That's all. Okay. Now we can start. Remember, these are special conditions. That means what I ask is that calculate max height means you can. But a body is projected, it's moving in a parabolic path, and calculate, assume the total time of flight is 5 seconds. If they ask displacement at 2 seconds or 1 second, then you can't use the standard equations. You have to use a basic method that x and y are independent or not. You get complete command by practicing it. Let us go practice with me. Okay. And if you have doubts, we can discuss. And anyone who feels comfortable here, you should push yourself to the next limit. So don't waste your time. Do something. Okay. Right. So before going to projectile, remember this triangle. Remember this triangle. Okay. 3, 4, 5 triangle, 37, not exactly 37. It is very close 37, 37, 53, and 90. So because it can be used to find sin theta, cos theta, anything you can. So apart from standard angles, that's 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, you have 2 more angles here. Clear? That's it. Right. Those who can do it first. And first few questions are based on standard data. What is standard data? A ball is projected with velocity 30 meters per second, making an angle 60 with horizontal. Find time of flight. Standard formula, na? T is equal to what? Tell me. 2u sin theta by g. One more thing, in the first segment, standard formulas are there in the first segment. Don't send answers. I'll give it to you, just take it, that's it. 2 into, what is u? U is 30. Sin 30. Sin 30 is root 3 by 2. Oh, sorry, sin 60, na? Yeah, sin 60 is root 3 by 2. By g. G is 10. Wait a minute, 10 or minus 10? Minus 10. No. Sir, why not minus 10? Kana? These are shortcut formulas. These are derived by taking sign convention. Don't use it once again. Sign convention when you're doing a normal method. Okay. Right. Don't use minus sign again and again. That's it. So now these 2 gets cancelled. Of course, 2 gets cancelled. Answer is 3 root 3. Right. So it's a race. You have to solve faster as much as possible. Second one is homework, 3 seconds. Third one, solve. Solve third one. Don't send the answer. If you got it, go ahead with the next. I'll give you the key for the questions. Right. Just go through it. 20 root 3 meters. Fifth one, 9.6 meters. Right. So actually speaking, in question number 5, you can't use this formula. You can use, but you can't use this. Difficult to use 2 theta because it is projected with 53 degrees and 53 into 2, 106. So I don't know 106. Don't ask me 106. I don't know. But instead of using 106 here, it is better if you use sin theta, cos theta, this formula. So what is my statement is that both formulas are equally good, right? And okay, whatever you feel like, you carry on. Question number 6, a man throws ball 90 degrees, 90 meters. Okay, and remember in question number 6, you need to understand that maximum range will be at 45 degrees. Clear? Yeah. 7th one, pi kilometer square. Okay. 8th one, false. Okay. Why 8th one is false? Logic is very simple, that as you keep on increasing the angle, the range will increase. It will be maximum at 45. And then again, it will decrease, right? It will decrease. So that's the thing. Here, I would like to explain one thing. Sir, that does means at 45, we have maximum. Yes. Then, if I increase above 45, decrease or go below 45, both cases will get same range. Yes. They're called as complementary angle. That means what? If you have theta 1 and theta 2 are the angles which are giving same range. Sum must be equal to 90 degrees. That means if theta 1 is 30, theta 2 must be 60. So the range will be same for 30 and 60 degrees, both. So these are called as complementary angles. A little bit of information is required. Generally, what I do is that if we are doing this worksheet completely in detail, then I'll explain all these things. So I'm just explaining here. Ninth one is 30 degrees. Ninth one is 30 degrees. But remember, angle is more than 90 means it takes more time. Time of flight will be more. Okay. Right. Right. Then question number 10. Question number 10 is 1.8 second. Right. Now, what next? I think I gave the key also there. You don't go through old worksheet, go through only new worksheet. Yeah, up to 10 is fine. Sir, then it starts with 4. No problem. Question number 4 onwards, you don't use any standard stuff. Okay, there is no standard stuff that projectile range formula, by mugging up formula, you can't do anything in this case. Only by logic you can do. So those who want, they take the screenshot of it. Key is already there in the worksheet, so no need to worry about it. Okay, let us go for the question number 4 right now. Question number 4. You can give answer from this point onwards. So before going to 4, there are some doubts. Now question number 10, there is a doubt. I'll explain this. Find velocity, particles projected with velocity 30 meters per second, making an angle 53 degrees with vertical. Find time after which velocity will be horizontal. Good. Now, in projectile, we have horizontal velocity and we have vertical velocity also. Both are there. Now, in the exam, they gave questions that find velocity. Then you may ask, sir, are they asking horizontal or vertical? Try to understand this. In reality, projectile will have only one velocity. At a given instant, one velocity is there. Horizontal, vertical, we are resolving. Okay. So unless specified velocity means what? Total net velocity. That means what? You have to take Vx, you have to take Vy. And how to get V? Tell me, anyone can tell that velocity, how to get it?
Sir, we have to just add two vectors.
Yeah, how to add? They are perpendicular. Use what? Use simply Pythagoras theorem.
Pythagoras theorem.
Over. That's it. You don't need to use Pythagoras theorem is sufficient. So if the examiner asks velocity, it is total velocity. Horizontal, vertical, he don't know. Of course, sometimes they may ask calculate vertical velocity, then you can deal. Leave it. Now the velocity must be horizontal. What is the meaning of it? If the velocity is horizontal, he says that net velocity is horizontal only. That means there is no velocity along vertical direction. So what is the point is that he is asking after what time vertical velocity becomes 0. So vertical velocity becomes 0 means what? Time of ascent. Sir, I don't understand that. Don't worry. So observe carefully. Uy is equal to u sine theta. Ay is equal to minus g. Yes or no? And Vy is equal to 0. The given condition, velocity horizontal, means what? Vertical velocity 0. So in your brain, make this small addition. At the topmost point, velocity is only u cos theta. And wait a minute, horizontal velocity is always u cos theta. Wherever you take it. But at this point, there is some vertical velocity also. So the net velocity is like this. Okay. Horizontal velocity will never change. But at the topmost point, only horizontal will be there. There is no what? Vertical. There is no vertical. Clear? So Vy is equal to 0 and t is equal to question mark. V is equal to u plus 8 is simple formula. V is equal to, I'm not writing the formula, I'm directly solving it. V is equal to u plus a t. That implies t is equal to u sine theta by g. I think u is given, u is 30. Sine 53. Sine 53 is 4 by 5. by G is 10. So I can say these two gets cancelled. Sine 53, right?
3/5.
3/5, sorry. Sine 53?
4/5, sir.
Sine 53 is 4/5 only, na? Right. Why the problem? Sine theta. Anyone is there who can tell me what is the mistake here? I gave answer 1.8, but I'm not getting 1.8.
Sir, because the question they have given with the vertical.
That's a very important thing. Sir, you did a mistake in covering up whatever you think about it. But I do intentionally this kind of mistakes. I'll do it. Okay. And it is intentionally done mistake. You will miss out because you don't focus seriously in entire our discussion. Velocity is with horizontal, but they gave vertical. Check it, check it. 53 degrees with vertical. Your eye won't focus on the word vertical. 53 vertical means what? 37 horizontal. So sine 37 you have to take. Theta is equal to 50 horizontal. So theta is 37 degrees. Clear? So it is 1.8 seconds. 1.8 seconds. That's the answer. Clear? So 10th one is good. Right. When sine 106 comes in, you should not take 106. Right. Take sine. Don't take that formula because sine 106 you can't deal with it. The best option is because you're taking 2 theta, you're getting 106. Take this formula. You don't need to worry about it. Yeah. So just remember, if you need to resolve the vector, what is resolving is take the vector, horizontal will be cos theta, vertical will be sin theta, because it's simple trigonometry. That's it. Okay. Right. Now go ahead with the next one. Question number 4. Now question number 4 onwards. Concentrate here. You can't use any shortcuts or derived concepts. Not possible. Now you have to solve from the fundamental. That means you have to write like this. Maybe you take both. 1 minute. I duplicate both. I'll bring it here. 4th question, I'll solve little detail here. Good. So what is my recommendation is that let us try to use what? Data or, yeah, fine. Data we'll use. Those who got answer 4, you can send it to me. I'll explain this. So I'll replace U. What is U value? Stone relative velocity 40 meter per second. Units I'm not writing. U sin theta, U cos theta. 30 degrees. U cos theta will be U root 3 by 2. 40 root 3 by 2. 20 root 3. U sin theta will be 20. Good. Good. So I need to remove this. Good. Just a minute. Right. Let me continue. What is UX? 20 root 3. What is UY? 20. AX 0. AY minus 10. T is same for both. SX, SY. This is the thing. Okay, now I'll go to the problem. A stone is positioned with velocity 40 meter per second, making an angle 30 degrees with horizontal. Find velocity after 2 seconds. Time is 2 seconds here. 2 seconds here. They want what? Tell me velocity. They want what? Velocity. So we don't need this. We don't need SY. We need velocity. Velocity means horizontal or vertical? Velocity means horizontal or vertical? Wait. There is no horizontal vertical for examiner. Velocity means velocity. So we have to find horizontal velocity Vx is equal to 20 root 3 only. Why? Velocity remains constant. Why velocity remains constant? Acceleration is 0, isn't it? Acceleration is 0. So it will be Vy is equal to, wait, V is equal to U plus AT, right or wrong? Uy plus Ayt. I'm writing the formula. Next time I won't write this formula also. So Vy is equal to, what is Uy? Uy is 20 minus Ay 10 into T 2 seconds. Oh, 0. Okay, fine. He haven't told me, but it's at maximum height because velocity is only horizontal, right? Logically, you can say that. Velocity is only horizontal, Vy 0. So fine. After there is no need to worry about it. After 2 seconds, as vertical velocity is 0, horizontal velocity is the velocity. So answer is 20 root 3. Go a little slow if you're not able to, but you should get this idea because it's a very important idea. The same idea we use in okay, right. Same idea we'll use in many places. Fifth one, homework. Don't solve. Yeah, key is given. No need to worry about it. Go for sixth one. Solve 6. I want answer. Yes. Question number 6. Remember, slowly you will get command once you keep solving it. Now observe, a stone is projected with velocity 60 meters per second, making an angle 30 degrees with horizontal. So, right, 30 degrees, be careful. Is it with horizontal? Yes. This is what? 60 meters per second. Now I resolve it. Horizontal velocity is how much? Tell me. 60 cos 30. 60 into root 3 by 2. 30 root 3. And this will be 30. Right? Right. What we do is that we take the data. I'll substitute that one. This is 30. 30 root 3. Ax 0. Ay is minus 10. Good. What else they want? Good. Find height after 4 seconds. Wait. When they want height after 4 seconds, I don't know where it will be. Somewhere here. I don't know. So this is the point. Height I need. When I need height only, I want y. Why should I care about x? Simply I can discard x. Discard. So after t is equal to how much? 4 seconds. And height is nothing but displacement on the y-axis only. Sy. So suitable equation is S is equal to ut plus half at square. And it is applicable to y-axis. Okay, right. That height h is equal to u 30 into t 4 minus half 10 4 square in 16. So 2 how many times? 8 times. This 80. This 80 and 120. 120 minus 80. H is equal to 120 minus 80 is 40 meters. A particle is projected with speed 40 meters per second, making an angle 53 degrees. Okay, this is 40 meters per second, making an angle 53 degrees with horizontal. Yeah, wait, with horizontal. Now you need to give the answer. Anyone, please give it to me because I can't solve them. Tell me what is cos 53. 40 cos 53. Recall the triangle. You should give it to me. Yeah. Cos 53, tell me. Why not? Yeah. Someone has to respond. Okay. Cos 53 is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay. Cos 53 is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 into 40. What is the value?
24.
So 24 meters.
Very good. What about sin 53? Sin 53 is 4 by 5. 40 into 4 by 5. What is the value?
32.
32. Now we got horizontal velocity 24, vertical velocity 32. 0. This is minus 10. Okay, this is the data given. What they want? Find displacement after 2 seconds. Time is 2 seconds. Sir, they're asking displacement. Yes, good. Good, they're asking displacement. They're asking displacement means horizontal displacement or vertical displacement? Horizontal or vertical?
Both.
Sir,
Both, I'll tell you. Both is also correct answer. You are meaning the soul that what you feel is correct. But better word is not both. See, assume it moved like this. It reached this point. So in reality, only one displacement is there. You are dividing into horizontal and vertical. Because you can't directly calculate this. You can calculate only horizontal, vertical, independently you can do it. So what is the point is you want to find displacement means find horizontal, find vertical. Because they're perpendicular to each other, you have to use what, tell me? Pythagoras theorem to get the resultant over. So horizontal displacement, Sx is equal to, horizontal is very easy. Sometimes students will get confused because of too easy it is. Velocity into time, 24 into 2, 48 over 48 meters. Anyway, units I'm not going to write now, standard SI units. And displacement along y-axis, I'm not going to write the entire formula. S is equal to d plus half a d square, 32 into 2 minus half 10 2 square. Actually, after enough practice, I won't write half 10. I'll write directly 5. This 5 times 2 square is 4. 4 5s are how much?
20,
What is the value? Tell me. Sy.
44.
44, sir.
So ultimately answer displacement is 48 square plus 44 square under root. That's it. Solve it. I don't know what is the exact answer, but 4240 under root will come. Meters. I told you not to simplify, simply give your answer. You can take 4 comma or 10 comma, I don't know what it is. Right. No one got the answer, but this question will teach you something. There is no, we are resolving for our convenience horizontal vertical, but displacement is simple. Starting point to ending point. Straight. That's it. Clear? Good. That's all. Let us go ahead with question number. No. What is my recommendation is solve up to 12. You have to do it at home. Okay. What I do is that directly I start with what? Whatever doubts you have. Sir, I have a doubt in I have a doubt in question number 10, 9. I'll clear doubts and I'll. Okay. Right. So what is my point is that solve up to 12. How much effort you put at this moment, that much result you will get, because you need to understand the core idea of resolving mutually perpendicular components are independent. That idea you need to have. So I recommend strongly. Suppose if you did it in Fiji or any other place, Alan, now you're going to other coachings, Alan, Fiji, Akash, whatever it is. If you already did it, if you feel it's purely time waste, I strongly recommend don't do it. No problem. Do something which is useful for you, right? And if you want to ask doubt, you don't need to hesitate to ask doubt from any textbook, anywhere, anything. +1, +2 syllabus agna all that. +1, +2 IITJ syllabus. Okay, right. So any question, any material you can ask. That's it. That's all for today. Thank you. 1 minute.